Is your child sharing too much information online? From posting personal details to revealing locations, oversharing can make kids vulnerable to cyber threats. In this video, we'll break down why oversharing is risky, how predators and cyber criminals exploit it, and practical ways parents can teach kids to protect their privacy online. Good day and welcome back to Family Cyber Tips Daily. Today we're talking about a major online risk that many kids, and again I hasten to add, and even adults don't realize oversharing. Okay? Have you seen a post like heading to my favorite park on Main Street, or first day at Lincoln Elementary? Can't think of any other school to use. So excited. Those two posts, they seem harmless, right? But cyber criminals, online predators, and even identity thieves can use this information against your child. So today I'll urge you to stick around as we break down why oversharing is dangerous, what parents can do to stop it, and how to teach kids to protect their privacy online. And please don't forget to like and subscribe for more quick and useful family cyber tips. Okay, let's dive in. So the first question would be, why do kids overshare online? Kids generally love to post about their lives. Social media apps reward them for sharing with likes, comments, and new followers. But you see, here's the problem. They don't realize that personal information can be used against them. They're innocent and vulnerable at the same time. They assume only friends see their posts, but privacy settings don't always work as expected. They also don't understand how long their posts last. Talking about that, maybe tomorrow even, if you allow me, I'll share some information on a very important feature that I'm seeing often now, and so we can fit it into trending. Okay, but it's I believe it's called disappearing messages. I'll shed light on that tomorrow. Okay. So kids generally don't understand how long their posts last, because the two things I've shared very often on this platform is the internet doesn't have a delete key, and the internet never forgets. Okay? I'll give you an example. I want to drive this point home. A child posts a vacation picture, tagging their hotel location. This basically signals to strangers that their home is empty, a potential target for burglars. See, can you see the picture I'm building, or at least creating? You see how oversharing is just a bad idea, okay? Let's look at another area. Let's look at the risks, the real risks of oversharing. Real risks, not the ones that are suggested or the ones that we hear from someone else. The real risks. When kids share too much information online, they face serious dangers. Cyber predators, for example, would be one that stands out. Strangers can track kids' habits, their routines, and scarily, locations. Another serious danger stroke risk would be cyberbullying. We've covered this on a previous episode. Personal details can be used to target and harass your kids. And of course, the one that is always in our face, identity theft. Even sharing a school name or birthday can help scammers steal personal data. And then if you really engage and zero in on the risks and dangers, you realize that there are future consequences. What the kids post today can resurface years later. That's why we highlighted that the internet doesn't have a delete key. It will resurface years later, affecting jobs, school admissions, or importantly, reputation. Okay? So these risks are, like it says there, real. All right? I'll share a real story. A teen shared their new driver's license photo on social media. You can understand they're excited. They've just got their driver's license and they want to show off. It's something that happens in that demographic. Within hours, someone used the visible personal details to apply for a credit card in their name. So we talk about when, at least for GDPR reasons, we'd say that there's some things that you have to mask. So another approach would have been, well, a subtle approach. I don't know whether you can say subtler, but a better approach would be to mask your full name, the driver's license number itself, and anything that is personal information that can be used to identify you. You mask it out and just, say, this is my driver's license and I'm masking out stuff, but hey, I've got it. Same celebration. I'll just say don't share it full stop. But if you have to, then at least mask the information. But that story is real. The person applied for a credit card with the information. And the reason why we say the internet doesn't have a delete key is because people can take screenshots. Everybody has a smartphone. And you take a screenshot, that information that you think is on your forum or your platform or portal is actually in someone else's hands. So that's why we can't trust what we put out there. And if we have to, it has to be managed. It has to be intentional. Okay? So those are real risks that we can't ignore. All right? So where do caregivers and parents come in? And so we're sharing on how you parents or caregivers can teach your kids on how to stop oversharing. We've shared, I think the title was, I think it's called Sharrington. Those of you who are online, check. I think it's called Sharrington. And it mimics parents sharing pictures without their kids' permission. Sharrington or Sharrington. I don't know. T-I-N-G at the end. But that's not what we're covering. We're covering how you, a parent, obviously should not share or overshare your kids' or children's pictures or information online. But what you can teach them that will inspire them to stop oversharing, okay? You're the parent after all. The good news, parents, you can teach them. You can teach them healthy online habits. And here's how, okay? Again, there may be some repetitions because we've done this on how parents can generally lower the risk or eliminate it entirely. But you've got to set clear privacy rules, okay? Explain what's okay to share and what's not. For example, you advise them not to share their full names, locations, or school details. Like I mentioned, things that can be used to identify them should not go anywhere near the internet. Those are things that are private. And so you set those clear privacy rules, okay? The second, again, we've mentioned it, is the pause before posting rule. Teach them to pause before posting, all right? And make it a rule. Before they share any information, they should ask, would I be comfortable if a stranger saw this? Kids generally get a feel good, get this feeling, satisfactory feeling when they're showcasing the positives in their lives. And so usually there are no limits, but you can enforce it. You can reinforce those limitations. Pause before posting. Okay. Another would be parental controls, because kids will be kids. All right. And that's where you can use tech in your favor. Apps like Google Family Link, Apple Screen Time, Custodio, which I promote on this platform, they let you manage what your child can post and who can see it. And so where your advice is falling short, the app or tech will set you up nicely. And that's why I've always said that parental controls, they're not enough. They complement the other things that you have to do, okay? And you've got to engage. Another thing that you as a parent can do to discourage your kids from oversharing will be to review their friends list, okay? Only accept people they know in real life. I know it's all these things are difficult to do, but if you start early, of course, this is a no-brainer. It's very easy. And what we're finding is that parents are catching up. But review their friends lists, okay? And don't ask them to only accept people they know in real life. That will eradicate or at least limit their exposure to strangers, okay? Look at one more. Show them how to adjust privacy settings. Of course, you have to know how to do it because you can't teach what you don't know. So you come, this is a weekly show, come and get information, get fed, so that you'll be in a position to teach those kids, things like adjusting privacy settings. Every platform has options to limit who can see their posts, okay? A bonus tip would be to encourage private sharing alternatives like family group chats instead of public social media posts. Yeah, consider that a bonus, okay? But you've got to do a lot of things to make sure that your kids are not oversharing, and you've got to teach them. Don't expect that they know, okay? And just, I had a little thing that I wanted to share. There was a scam text that I got today that I will be sharing with you, because I think I'm seeing a lot of them and I don't want to wait till the end of the month to share it. So I'll quickly show you that so that you're educated. So we're looking at, for those who are just joining, we're looking at a lot of things that will help discourage our kids from oversharing information online, okay? We're at the business end of our show tonight. So we're going to look at final cyber safety reminders for families, okay? Oversharing is risky. That's the bottom line. Even if it's kids, in the picture, as in they're the ones that we're talking about, it is risky. In a general sense, adults and children, oversharing is risky. You want me to say it one more time? Oversharing is risky. Even if you think, notice I'm making it dual now, adult and child. Even if you think your posts are harmless, oversharing is risky. Parents should have, and this is not a suggestion, it's almost a command. You must have open conversations about online privacy. Your child, that is playing in, an environment that is inertly risky, okay? So you've got to engage your young ones in open conversations about their privacy online. It's non-negotiable. Leave the English. There's no negotiating, okay? Yeah, that's better. All right? Another thing that on the cyber safety front that is important is those simple changes that I mentioned earlier, like pausing before posting. These are just very subtle changes you can make in the home, Pause before post. If you have a child who raps, maybe they can come up with a rhythm. Pause before posting, not something like that. You can tell that I'm a hopeless rapper. But it can help. Playful stuff like that can help kids to remain safe online. Okay? Yeah, before we go, I said I was going to show you the scam message, the text message that I got today. Let me quickly show you that. So I got this text message at 12:53. You can see it there. And it was from a collection and delivery company. Yeah, the drive, you see them, a bit like Amazon and DPD. Every deliver packages from homes or wherever. And I got this notification. It says, "Dear customer, we regret to inform you that your package cannot be delivered due to missing or damaged address information. To ensure timely delivery, please follow the link." Once you hear link, hello? Once you hear link, you must be careful, okay? And it gives a link which is useful in some sense because at least you see the link, but don't click it because the link will show the URL, you know, the link has information, and reading it without clicking says everymail.missing parcel LCP blah blah blah, and it gives you instructions. It says reply Y, then exit the SMS and open it again to activate the link. That's a disaster waiting to happen. Sorry, I don't know what. Yeah, you can see it there. It says, sorry, let me lift it up. And then it says at the end, "Thank you for your cooperation." It even gives you the little bit there, every customer service. Okay? Dodgy. What did I do? I went to Google so that I can go to the every website. And I went there. All this for you, guys. All this for you. I went there, and on their page, it gives you some information. Don't know whether you can see it. Can you? Yeah, you should be able to see it. Gives you some information about what you should do to make a determination if the text messages or emails that you get, because you're going to get emails and texts from every, but it helps you determine if these are rogue or genuine. Okay? It says emails or texts from scammers trying to steal your details will often be unusual in some way or unexpected. That was unexpected because I'm not expecting a delivery. So don't just assume, oh, because you order is one of those people that, no. Pause and review the whole thing. It gives you some advice, talks about poor language. Scam messages may include the following: poor language, lack of a personal greeting. In our message, they actually ticked a box. I would say that they were quite cordial. Say, "Dear customer." Still impersonal because it should have my name. Can you see? Should have my name. But when it tells you to do something, that's where that's a huge red flag, okay? We'll go back to some suggestions. I'll quickly move this on. But ultimately, it says they may include links or buttons in emails that urge you, can you see? That urge you to click on them. Before you click on any link, hover over the button or URL to check it goes where it's supposed to. If it brings up an unrecognized address, which you'll soon see, then it could be a scam. Unusual email address and things like that. Now, the bit that I wanted to show you so that we sort of bring this to a close, you can see genuine emails from every will typically be from every.com, hemis-europe.co.uk, or myhemis.co.uk, because my Hemis or Hemis was taken over by every, so there's still some overlap. So if the email address or domain name that you see in the text message like R1, can you see? There's nothing .com here. If anything, it's .icu. Can you see? So that's an issue, which is why you should never click the links until you have verified, you know, what's going on, really, okay? So it's crucial that we pay attention. I just gave you some cyber safety reminders on what you should be doing with the oversharing that we were covering. Mentioned that oversharing is risky even if kids think their posts are harmless. I said parents should have open conversations, constant open conversations about online privacy. And I ended by saying simple changes like pausing before posting can keep your kids safer online. The internet that we see today is forever. It is not going anywhere. It's not like I'm not praying that that's the case, but it's here. It helps kids understand the world that we're in. But in equal measure, helping kids understand this now will protect them in the future. If you want more family-friendly cyber tips, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button. I promise that I will stop when we hit 1K, and we're 31 away from getting to the 1,000 subscribers. Be a part of the celebration by subscribing if you've not done so already, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next episode of Family Cyber Tips Daily, which will be tomorrow at 6 p.m. I've been your host, Lawrence Edem. Until tomorrow, 6 p.m., God bless and goodbye.